Hello and welcome to today's Daily Dominion by Holtz. We're on a Thursday, so two expansions. Let's have a look. Okay, so there is allies because we see the ally here, and there is only allies. I can't spot anything else. Yeah, so it's an allies only day, which is fine. Um, So let's do the ally quickly, and then I'll cover the wider strategy. So the ally is basically a haggler. You have to spend two favors though. So anytime you buy a card, you can spend two favors, and you can gain a cheaper non-victory card. So yeah, this normally tends to favor faster greening because if you buy a province and you have the favors, you can get like a six-cost card, for example, a gold or like a marquee here, which is quite strong. So yeah, let's keep that in mind and see how we can actually get favors in this kingdom. We start with five favors. This is because of the importer. So we can use the ally twice without ever gaining any additional favors. But if we want to do it more often, we would have to gain additional favors. And the favor gainer here is, sometimes there is none, you just have the importer, but here we have the student, which allows you, yeah, anytime you trash treasure card, you get one favor and you top deck a card. And so we have an option to gain additional favors, and I think looking at the kingdom here, the only trashing is actually student. So there is no other trashing in of your own deck. I mean, you can trash your opponent's cards with barbarian, but yeah, student is the only way to trash your own cards. And then later, once there is at least one pile empty, you can use or could be using Carpenter. So I think we get a student in the open. We have a 3/4. And yeah, and we have the ally, which we can use like for a 4-cost card and another 3-cost card and the student. So we can gain 3 cards in the opening two buys. Yeah, and I'm looking for the engine components. So certainly actions is town, specialist and town, or specialist and town crier, specialist carpenter even is a plus action. Specialist courier can be plus action if you play like towns or town criers with them. So there's plenty of actions, plus actions, and there is contract, which allows us to delay any terminal cards or action cards we might not be able to play in the turn, or we might decide to rather play them at the beginning of next turn. So that's another strong option to line up our draw. And then marquee is the big draw here. Yeah, it's pretty much the only real draw. I mean, there is the blacksmiths in here in the townsfolks. But yeah, marquee, we should try to get a marquee early, and ideally we have two favors, and then we can get like a marquee and a contract, for example, or a marquee specialist. Even marquee town is still quite strong. So okay, the question is, do we show them the silver or the student? I think and we don't get the importer. That's just too slow here, I think. Yeah. I mean, what do you do with an early 5? Get a barbarian? No. Contract, okay-ish. Specialist, too early. So I rather have a silver in my deck and a courier, and then start trashing with student and building up some favors. So let's do courier, and I spend 2. And yeah, not the town crier. I mean, that would be a waste of resources. And we get the student here. Yeah, now we immediately rotate, I think, so that they can't get the student. The question is, what do we get for 4? Is it a conjurer? I mean, conjurer is certainly good here, but we also have the carpenters, which are much better for couriers because they're non-terminal. Yeah, and we don't get another 3 cost card here. I think we just get. I mean, the thing here is the courier is coming up. So having a conjurer here is probably quite good. The conjurer can get a town. And yeah, so I think I take this conjurer and nothing else. Okay, so here the question is, are we top decking this? Um, or rather discard? I mean, the courier will trigger the shuffle anyways. So I think I just trash the estate here. And we might just want to rotate so they don't get a conjurer. I think that's it's definitely not bad. So we just end the turn here and now, yeah, they didn't take the sorcerer, that's all right. Okay, now we have 5 and I think we actually take the sorcerer because they don't have trashing. So I think I prefer the sorcerer and not the barbarian. We will just hit coppers. Yeah, and we can get another 4 cost card. I think that's reasonable. It's probably a town just to hedge our position here a little bit. I mean, we don't have to use town too quickly, but we get the conjurer now. Yeah, so let's do the town and nothing else. Yeah, and here we rotate again. Yeah. And I think I prefer trashing the estate here and buy a town crier. Yeah. We might just get a carpenter here. It's pretty good. When do we hit 6? Yeah, we should soon. I mean, we already trashed 3 cards. That's quite nice. So I think I'm fine still to hold and kind of build town courier stuff. I mean, that's also quite some payload. Yeah, let's do carpenter. No, and a town crier. Okay, now I mean they are just massing. That's weird. Okay, they got a lucky hit there, and there is our 6. That's awesome. In this case, we take another town, and no, and now we get the marquee, and we use this, and we get. It's probably a specialist because we don't need the contract. Um, oh. With the specialist, we can play multiple marquees without discarding too much. Yeah, I think I'm not getting a barbarian because I would just turn their coppers into curses, which is alright, but it's not super strong. So I think yeah, with the marquee, that kind of pushes me a little bit towards the contract, but in longer term, I'd like to play with 2 contracts. It's also some payload. Yeah, maybe it's still a little bit too early for the specialist. So let's take 1 contract, but then we are all right with that, I think. Oh, what happened there? Um, the conjurer popped into the hand and was inserted here. I kind of thought I already drew, which I didn't. So this blacksmith. Are we rotating? A Miller could be quite cool to find the marquee. So I'm rotating. I think I'm just trashing the. Yeah, let's draw first. I think. I mean, we could also just trash. Yeah, maybe let's do that. Let's trash the copper and play the town. Trash the estate. And now we gain 2 cards. Yeah, and I think 1 can easily be, even a blacksmith is fine. Probably another town, and I mean also a courier is totally fine. Yeah, and we'll never get an importer. That's just not necessary. I think a courier looks good to me. Mm-hmm. Perfect. So yeah, here we play, I think, the town first. Yeah, now the marquee. This is ideally draws 5 cards. What else do we want? Yeah, perfect. And now we are getting really thin. We already trapped 5 cards. And here we could easily be trashing all these coppers. I think that's quite attractive, and then we can go mask Carpenter stuff. Yeah, so let's trash, play the courier, trash, play the courier, trash. I might be over trashing here a little bit, but it's all right. Mm. I think we keep drawing, and we keep the silver, right? Yeah. Yeah, another town and courier combo. Blacksmith is not bad, but I think I want to use that on a higher cost. Courier and another courier. Yeah, we can deal with all these couriers, right? Let's just gain another turn 9. Ah, it's a little slow what we are doing. We could be doing another Carpenter. Carpenter can then trash the student at some point. So where's the marquee? Yeah, we will. Ah, no, we will not trigger it. But just playing the student does nothing, right? You may rotate. Well, we can rotate, but yeah, nothing. Um, I was thinking, the courier could trigger the marquee draw or guarantee the marquee draw, but it doesn't because we need a plus action. I mean, we will have the contract, but yeah, then let's do another town just to be a little safer. It's risk driven rather than anything else. Okay, now they start doing stuff. So let's play the sorcerer first. Oh, okay, that's funny. I mean, they have quite a few orders, so it's fine. Yeah, we should have played the town first and then the conjurer, but okay, it's a minor one. Yeah, but here we do it, right? Yeah, let's play this guy first. Okay. Yeah, and I think we get a Miller with the conjurer. No, with the carpenter. Let's first do the carpenter. Yeah, and then play the courier, and then we play another courier. And now we play the Miller, I think. Because then we have +2 and we will find the marquee. Yes, nice. And now we draw with the marquee. Good. We play a town. We probably just get another courier or another carpenter. It's probably another carpenter. I mean, why not? Carpenter, courier. Maybe the order was a little bit messed up here. Yeah, I think here it's good enough to just trash these. And then we have 2 buys and we have 7. And yeah, so this is our last compass, right? Yeah, so we are thin as hell now. So yeah, so the student served its purpose, and we get another marquee. Yeah, and then let's just work on the piles. So we are turn 10. Yeah, this should be over in probably 2 turns. We just need to make sure we can actually province. So we take a marquee and yes, we do it, and we get a contract, I think. Because ideally we can put a marquee aside. And then we draw 5 and well, we can even decide to take the conjurer on our hand and then we have a bigger search space. Probably a specialist is just better now than a contract. Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually. And we could be emptying the courier here, but I think it's not necessary. We rather keep this for next turn when we want to effectively pile. Yeah, because then my carpenter is not really too great, or my two carpenters once the courier runs out. So let's just skip it here. Okay. Okay, they have nothing. So now we just pile, I think. So it can even be this turn. So how would that work? It's towns and importers, like three times. We would just, yeah, the contract gives us another favor, so we have six favors. That's three additional gains of any forecast card to empty the importers. And yeah, and I think we can drain the towns to two with the carpenters. And then we empty the courier pile with conjurer. And then we just need three buys. Okay. And 12 money. Well, we need four buys. We need a duchy. We actually need a province even. So we need 20. That's a little bit ambitious. With specialist, I'm more comfortable where we will get there, but let's see. The student could also fall victim to the activated carpenter. So we could be getting another specialist. Yeah, first let's play town. I mean, we have to. Okay. Let's play the courier now, or yeah, because if we see one of our marquees, then we draw five cards. So I don't want to play the other cards now first. Okay. Okay, plus one. Yeah, draw again. Miller. Okay, the Miller is promising. So now we will find. Okay, we didn't find. Uh, we didn't find one of our two marquees. So I definitely want a draw card. And I don't feel like using the specialist for it. Because I want to use the specialist to gain stuff. So let's do the town crier is good enough, right? Because we want to draw anyways only. Yeah, so draw. Okay, here's the marquee. Yeah, we don't get elder. Decline. We draw with the marquee first now. Okay, cool. So now I'm really looking for the win here, so I'll take a bit of time. Um, I mean, we could also empty the carpenter pile. Like carpenter, 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 carpenter. You know, all. I think that's probably easier even. Um, but then how do we? Oh, we can buy two duchies and drain the importers, for example. That's 6 points and allows us an activation twice. The province would only allow us one activation to drain the importers. Uh, yeah, I mean, we can definitely like gain in Carpenter, play the courier, gain blah blah blah. I think we just empty the Carpenters. I'm pretty sure that works. 95% confident. We could even gain the importers right now. So we could be trashing like into a specialist and get another. Six cards. So it's still so let's draw. Okay, they get a curse. First curse. I'm not sure about our sorcerer. I mean, it certainly slowed us down compared to the other options, but I felt it would do a better job in spamming them, and then they don't have any trashing at their disposal. So this is 3-5. Yeah, I mean we can get a conjurer, play a conjurer, and just get a carpenter again. Yeah, nothing. And then now we draw. I wonder why it says 4 because it will. This is 3-5. It will draw 5 cards, right? Ah, because there's only 4 cards left. Ah, ah. Yeah, now we just drain these piles, and we need 10 at the end. 6, 8. Okay, we have 8 here. So carpenter, carpenter, uh, and another carpenter. And then we gain 1 importer off the carpenters. Maybe I'm doing it all too complicated, but it's working, so it's fine. Um, Another carpenter, and I think here we just get 1. And then we buy a province in the end. Yeah, that's probably easier. Ah, the risk is, no, the risk is not yet decline, that we then draw the importer, and that's worth shit. So we draw here, and we draw again, right? We have enough buys. Yeah, I mean it's definitely over because now we can gain. The next one, the next one is trashing. So we can trash into a duchy, for example. So we specialist the carpenter. We get a courier, and yeah, we do this. Nope. Play again. We trash the student into a duchy, and now they have 2. Okay, actually, I now did a mistake here, but it's all right, right? Yeah, we just have to get the carpenter here, and now we trash into importer, and then we buy importer and duchy. Yeah, it's not. Ah, no, no, hold on. We can get the duchy because we have contract. Okay, that's it. Cool. 11 turns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this you can finish faster, but I played it a bit safely, and the sorcerer, yeah, definitely slowed us down more than it harmed the opponent. So that's the one thing I probably would have done differently now in afterthought, but the rest was fine. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, you can see the AI, they kind of main mistake they did, they didn't trash at all, and they had way too little gaining. I mean, importer is gaining, but they never were able to play all these 7 importers. That's crazy. Don't know what they were up to. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.